Alright, hello. How are you doing? If you found me, welcome to my small corner on the internet. I read Oracle and Tarot cards. And if you randomly stumbled across my video, I probably have a message for you. Whoever needs to find this message will find it. Alright. Let's see what the magical botanical has for you. These cards are still stiff. Alright. Message for the person watching this. Mermaids could be significant. Foxes. Dragon tree. Dragons. It looks like Aries, the Aries symbol. And the sun. Is that Mars? Is that the Mars symbol? Let's see. The number 8. Alright, planets. Mars and the sun. Elements, fire. Dragon tree is one of several species of plants that offer red resin known as dragon's blood. That's funny because I have dragon's blood. Okay. Dragon's blood resin is used in magic as an incense, ink, and magical catalyst to enhance and power all magical workings. Outside of magic, it's used as a paint or a dye pigment, and most famously as a violin stain. Before the days of esoteric and metaphysical shops, many occult practitioners had to seek it out from violin makers, while there are many more familiar with the resin from the Daemonops. I'm sorry, I'm horrible with unfamiliar words. Genus through modern occult supply shops. The Draco species has a number of medical uses beyond the artistic and occult, and has been used for external and internal bleeding wounds as well as digestive problems. So maybe you have some digestive issues? Or you can relate to that. The resin can be dissolved in alcohol and used as an ink to empower talisman and sigils. Could be that you need to make some sigils. Whatever have you. No judgment here. Though most dragon's blood ink sold commercially today is simply red dye and not related to any species of the dragon tree. Beyond some supply power, dragon's blood is used in magic for love and lust with intense passion and sexuality. It explains why it's linked to Mars. Not simple affection or gentle romance. The resin can also be used in gambling charms and other magic where dominance or strength is projected. The most powerful use is as an incense and exorcism. Banishing harmful and stubborn spirits who won't stop their attacks. Oh. So maybe you're having some issues with... let's not just assume. We'll see what the tarot cards say first. Dragon tree evokes the magic of the dragon. I almost said blood for some reason. Blood magic? I don't want to assume. Yeah, I'll just wait. Powerful entities with rich folklore in both the east and west. Some consider the dragon to be the life force of planet Earth herself, with the energy lines known as ley lines being named dragon lines and envisioned as the red and white dragons. While sometimes monstrous and wow, I can't talk. Could be having some throat chakra issues. Relegated to being simply hoarders of treasure in Western lore, dragons in the East are revered as sources of divine wisdom. Dragon tree can help us gather up our power and wisdom, prevent it from spilling from us like an open wound, and strengthen our vitality and our connection to both Earth and the cosmos. Okay. I'm getting a bigger picture now. Give me one sec. Something is coming through. Okay. So I wanted to make sure I was right before I had just said it. Because, I like to be very factual about things. As well as you tap into my intuition and give people messages. But I also like to be factual too. So having digestive issues is linked to like our sense of power, our ego, and be your solar plexus. So if you're having digestive issues, and it almost feels like this is a message of like somewhere along the lines, get it, ley lines, somewhere along the lines, you are having these issues. Your body is trying to tell you you're not protecting yourself like you should, and that maybe you need to energetically banish some bad energy around you, sigil, ward, to protect yourself a bit better, or, even make yourself a talisman to protect yourself. Now, this is not to bring any fear or anxiety, but if there are people that are sending you attacks, and people think like, oh, like they're doing like magic on me. And that doesn't have to be the case. It could be people gossiping about you, people speaking badly about you, having negative thoughts about you. It's so simple. Like, words are very powerful, thoughts are very powerful, and they can create negative energy, and that's what we call the evil eye. That is basically what it is. You know what I mean? It's like people think gossip is just gossip. That's not the case. Gossip is, your words are more powerful than you think. When you are actively talking bad about somebody, you are sending that bad energy toward them. Okay? Somebody needed to hear that. I know I needed to hear that because I used to be big on gossiping. I loved gossip. And now I'm just like, I think there's a very thin line between gossip and just speaking your truth. And if you don't know the difference, there can be issues happening. We're going to use my cute little ghosty deck. Oh, you can't see it. Here we go. I got this off the TikTok shop. All right. Two of Swords. Open the deck to Two of Swords. Could be feeling like you're stuck. Maybe you need to tap into that siren energy, because I remember I was seeing mermaids in my head, and sirens are very known for luring in people and then just killing them. So maybe you need to tap into your siren power a little bit more. Or you could just relate to, mermaids are really, take like your power, your sense of power and being is activated around water, or themes that incorporate water. So mermaids, dolphins, whales, sea creatures. Okay. see what you need to hear. High is good, harm none. King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. And they came out together. Another King and Knight of Swords, reverse. All my cards are upright. If you look at my cards, they're all upright. So if one flies out in the reverse, that is a very strong indicator that... very strong message here. And it came out with a King of Wands. I'm not seeing these as like... I see these as energies, as people. Not, and usually how I interpret kings, queens, I see them as energy we could tap into, not necessarily people. But today I'm seeing them as people. There's a King of Wands, fire sign, or could be a very fiery person. King of Swords, air sign, or could be very analytical, logic over, emotion kind of person. And then a King of Pentacles, could be an earth sign or an earth sign. They could possess the qualities of an earth sign, very grounding, earthy energy. Somebody, who's practical. This King of Wands, he could be very... And this doesn't have to be men. This could be females, too. This is just... King of Wands would be very charming, very alluring, very good with his words. And in between, I love how this came out too, because on the left side we have the King of Wands, and then that Knight of Swords flew out reverse. And in the middle, you have the Seven of Pentacles. And I love them. I love that they're pumpkins. So autumn could be significant. And on this side, there's a King of Swords and a King of Pentacles. So there could be a situation involving 3 of these people. And it's like you're almost like taking a look at your what you've worked on. 7 of Pentacles is about like looking at how far you've come, and it's about it's like reevaluating the situations, and like understanding that maybe things have changed. We get some clarity on the 7 of Pentacles. That was fast. The Empress. Could be a member of the LGBTQ. I'm seeing the rainbow very prominent there. Usually that doesn't stand out for me when I look at that card. What else? You could possess the qualities of an Empress energy. And an Empress is not like she's mastered all of the kings and queens, princesses, or whatever. An Empress is, she's mastered she's mastered her abilities in being grounding and being analytical, logical, emotional, compassionate, and understanding her personal power. She knows what she's worth, and she sits on her throne. She lets things come to her. Like, the Tower in reverse. So there's something that needs to fall, but it's not falling. It's like almost like we're avoiding it. Why doesn't this card want to come out? What is it? These two were stuck together. I don't know why. Are they wet? No, they're not wet. So, there's no guidebook for this. Well, I wonder if there is, because I don't know what this card actually means. I just interpret it how I interpret it. It says freedom, and then you have the world. So there's a cycle that needs to... There's a cycle that needs to close out, but it's not. Because when you have a tower upright, that's chaos, that's destruction, that's things coming to an end. Surprise. You didn't see this coming, but it came and it happened. This is, we're avoiding it, we're not facing it, we're looking... You know what I mean? And we're avoiding, we can see it, but we're ignoring it, you know what I mean? And and this is, look at all this water. There's jellyfish. There's pearls. Bubbles. A pirate and his pentacle. Or is it a watch? Freedom. Oh, and the world just fell. Hang on. And when I picked it up, it was in reverse. So there is a cycle that needs to close out. Okay. So there's something that needs to be said, but it's not being said. There's a message that needs to be brought into somebody, but it's not being brought. And I think it's supposed to come from this King of Wands energy, and they're not bringing it forward. They're not. They know something, but they're not saying anything. Right now, you are reevaluating a situation, and you are sitting on your throne in this Empress energy. Now, you may not see the tower, but you may not see the tower coming, but these other people may. They know that if you were to find out whatever this message is, boom, you would be gone. You would close out that cycle. You would see your personal freedom and fucking dip. And at the bottom we have the Five of Wands. Oh, that's the Seven of Wands. Why did I see the Five of Wands? Maybe... Okay. Perseverance. Coming in fast. Oops. Ha! So Seven of Swords. There's someone who's being... There's someone in your energy that is trying to walk away or hide something. It's like... It's giving me the feeling of throwing rocks and then hiding your hands. So, the card you got from the Magical Botanical, you need to ward your name. You need a talisman to protect yourself from whatever these people are doing, saying. And you don't need to, but if you want to, it would be a suggestion you could take. Five Pentacles. I have a feeling like these people may have made you feel like left out. It's like a feeling of like being left out. See how it's so warm inside? And there's lights and there's stars shining brightly inside, but they're outside in the cold. I think your intuition, your guides may have hinted at some things that are going on around you. I just saw the Hierophant card. when I see that card, it for me, it's saying that there's, like, you've had some messages come through for you from spirit guides or source. So you know what the fuck's going on. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Tentacles. Tentacles. Oh. Maybe like hentai or anime? Could be a confirmation for somebody. Ten of Pentacles. What about this? Legacy? You don't see your worth. If you did, the illusions would fall. It's like you have to see through these illusions. If you were to see through the illusions, you would understand your worth, and you would leave whatever situation this is, and you would build yourself something. Yeah, the devil. Breaking yourself free from the shackles that chain you. Alright. Let's see. What is the advice? Make a decision. Saw the Two of Swords making a decision. I just saw the Five of Wands. Competition, fighting. What is the advice for the person watching with this situation? Rest, meditation. It's like taking a break. Own your personal power. You are that bitch. Don't get trapped into that mentality of you're stuck. You're not fucking stuck. It's accept it is what it is and transform. And there's death on the bottom. Right after that, judgment. Judgment. The strength. Clarity. Logic. Seeing through the bullshit. And transformation too, because of the butterflies. I feel like these people put you out of your Empress energy. Yeah, moving away from the bullshit. You don't want to be this. Okay, you're focusing on what could be lost from this situation, but you still have 2 cups over here. 10 of Pentacles right there. Walk away. That's your advice. Rest. Stand on that throne and remember who the fuck you are. You're not trapped. It's in your head. People love to take, when people notice other people who have this sense of confidence and like being like authentic with themselves, they tend to, it's like a moth to a flame. They can't help but be attracted to it, but also they fucking can't stand it because they have to walk around with a mask on. But you don't. You don't walk around with a mask on. And that's what drives them fucking crazy. They can't be themselves, so they beat you fucking down for you being you. Alright. Oh shit. What did it land on? Hang on. I dropped a dice on the carpet. Hang on. 2. It landed on a 2. Taurus. 8. 85. 12. 10, Pisces. 93, could be born in 93. 8, Scorpio. 6. So zodiac signs could be Scorpio, Taurus, Pisces. The numbers 8, 5, 10, 9, 3, 6. Could be 36. You could be born in 93. You could be born in 85. 8, 9, 10. Things are picking up. All right. I love you. I hope this helps.